So, talking about obscure gaming, since you kind of doing your Do You Remember series,
Yeah.
um, do you recall Legend of Dragoon?
I never played it, but I do remember reading about it.
That was quite literally my first real I won't say introduction, but it was my first real JRPG that is it JRPG or is it, I think it is, maybe.
Pretty sure it is.
I don't know. That was the first RPG that I played to completion, and I loved it. It was a little weird from time to time, but I loved it.
My
Voice acting sucked.
my Do You Remember series. I
Yep.
the way I do it is, or the reason why I do it is I show games that were fun and well done for their time, but were came out before the YouTube thing
Yeah.
started, and a lot of those games I feel really do need the attention because they were really good games. Plus, they're ones
hmm
that people might want to actually see being played.
Well, there are a couple, like Chrono Cross actually gets a lot of hate due to it trying to, due to people believing it was trying to follow up hard on Chrono Trigger. Um, but as a standalone game with nods to Trigger, it's freaking awesome. I love it. I love the music. I love the music in it. I love the art. The story was interesting. It's something you could check out one day if you wanted to.
Okay, I'll have to see if I actually have it. I have a huge collection that I haven't fully gone through.
Yeah, I used to.
I also like going through with the and showing the original retail version
Yeah. hmm
because okay, so you have an emulator. That's a like I've pointed out with a couple of the bullet hells. A
hmm
legitimate strategy for some of the early bullet hells was to try and keep a balance of the rounds on screen to slow down
Slow it
the
down.
the
Yeah.
game.
I don't know. Emulator, not so
Yeah,
much.
when you're doing that on a 4 gigahertz computer, yeah, not gonna.
hmm It's gonna keep up with a lot of them bullets.
Yeah,
Good luck. But some of the other ones, there are a couple in the PlayStation era that were like really good games that either didn't sell well over here because they weren't advertised, or got a bad rap, or it just didn't get advertised at all. Like and I've actually never completed it for whatever reason, but Valkyrie Profile
okay.
is a game that was about midlife, I think, of the PlayStation. Um, it's a weird RPG where you're basically a Valkyrie, and you're going and collecting specimens for the war against the Vernier. And is that how you pronounce that?
I'm not sure. Computers,
I
motors.
think it's you have the Acier and the Vernier, maybe. Anyway, you're collecting warriors, and you have to train them, run through their storylines of how they died, why they died, and inevitably send them off to Valhalla for the coming war. And you had to figure out which ones you wanted to keep for yourself because you had to have strong warriors to make it through the later levels, and which ones to send off. And it was just really good. And the combat system was interesting. Each character was mapped to a button on your controller,
Yeah.
and each one of them had a very specific type of attack and a time it would go off. And you had to basically time your attacks so that you could get in good combinations. Because if you got into good combinations, you could do something of a finishing move of things. And it was just beautifully pixelated. It was a gorgeous game. And right now, if you had a sealed copy, it's like $300.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty rare. Mine, unfortunately, my case got cracked, but the game itself is complete and probably worth about 150, maybe 100, like it is. Not that I would give it away. Try to sell it. So that's another one to look at.
Yeah.
What do I need now? Thruster components.
Wee, slow.
The the dot hack games could be a good one to look at.
Yeah.
'Cause they were pretty solid games. So I think maybe hunting would be good when we reach a comfortable stopping point with this jump sled.
Okay.
So we don't spend like 3 hours welding up thrusters. Or I don't spend 3 hours welding up thrusters. Speaking of time, I've probably run by... Yeah! That's going to be a long one.
Oh,
Hour and 20... Hour and 22 minutes.
let's see. Oh, I ran out of oxygen. I'm like, what? How am I dying?
Wasn't me
Yep.
this time.
My poor astronaut. Well, I'm at a med bay and I'm actually healing almost as fast as the oxygen is killing me.
Nice.
But I can't because this med bay isn't plumbed up. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna make it.
Well, you know what to do.
Put all my gear in the cargo container and die. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, we're down to just shy of 2,000 thrusters left.
Okay. I'm actually going to read up on how I set up the radar.
Okay.
Radar? That's not what it's called?
I think it's active radar, isn't it?
Well, either I'm spelling things incorrectly, or the workshop is just being a complete tool. Well, my Steam is being a complete tool, so I think it's that. Well, let's see. Oh,
So you just want to take the botany bay out for a spin then?
that's looking good. I'm actually really looking forward to taking this duo out.
The botany bay's an ion chip. Oh.
We can.
Nah.
I don't know what our hydrogen tank looks like. Oh wait,
I'm
you're
not,
right.
but I
Yeah,
can be.
I don't know why I said yeah. Because I'm stupid. Botany Bay, Botany Bay, Botany Bay, yay.
The server didn't like that at all.
I'm not stupid, I'm advanced. Are you on the Botany Bay? Okay. No, it didn't. But since I don't have them named, I thought it was necessary.
And I gotta find that rocket launcher again.
Come on, let me up. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, not rocket launcher, missile. Or turret, rather. Missile turret, yeah. Missile. Misere. Can't control them. Turn them back on for the moment till I find the one that's on the front. And this one is on the side. Probably should name them
Because
as I
they're
go.
powered off. I turned all the missiles, all the weapon systems
This
off.
one I just looked at, so we'll call that one side.
Reactors on.
This is the other side.
Okay. What is the camera?
And it's the other side. Okay, this is easier than I expected. So we're gonna call these.
Which one is that in front of us?
This one is.
Why am I slowing down?
This is
Dampeners
the one
are
that
off.
looks like. Yep, that's on the top of the nose. Or no, this is underneath. Or, I think.
Oh, and it just disappeared. Damn.
It's on the side of the nose, looks like. Can you see which one I'm spinning around? Okay. This should be the left side. Yep, that's the left side.
Yeah. That's front right.
And this should be.
We're gonna go off this way.
This is the one that's dead center.
I know there's some radio
I could kill us
stations
right
this
now.
way.
But this is not the one I need. I need ones. There we go. So our front, right, and left is the one. So I will be reaching for
Please
when we
don't.
get there. How is our missile production right now? 30 here. Nice. Okay.
We have quite a few. I have 150 in the nose. In the fixed launchers.
Oh, joy.
I kind of want to turn. Just look around to see what I see. Through the camera, but low sim speed, and I have
Excuse me.
high latency as well.
Excuse me. Ooh, what's that?
Camera 6 front.
That's new. Oh, excuse me. Now I got hiccups. The mine layer? Or the escort?
Okay.
That's the only two I know.
A 5L
Okay.
or 5I cruiser?
Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna die.
Oh no, that's the military.
We don't have a way of
that heavy
stopping it unless
military
one of us cuts in and
transport
hits
that's
the,
vanilla. No. The
Okay.
big one.
Let me jump up
Okay,
in one of
we're
these
going
side
after
ones.
this. Because it's the meanest vanilla ship in the game. No, we're not.
Okay.
That's alright. It's actually, if we cut everything off the top of it, it's actually fairly easy to get into it.
Yeah. I think I recognize that one.
I just
And I
have to wait
see
for our
what
current
looks like the
momentum
bridge. So we might be on top of it.
which it's going the wrong way for us
Or maybe we're coming
Honestly.
underneath it.
for the speed we were going.
If you jump into one of the missile turrets and zoom in, you can see it pretty good. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, reading
Oh,
station.
I'm looking through the forward camera.
Yeah, it's likely to have more stuff with less
We're drifting
less
around and
damage.
swinging around to the front of it. Front
All right.
and side.
To the raiding
So-
station. Hopefully Scorpion won't be there instead.
What is that to our side? I think we're actually better off to go after the raiding station.
Probably could use a few more gyros on this thing. Oh, all the warnings.
Right.
Finally get back in after it crashes and we're like kilometers and kilometers away from the station. Excuse me.
No message. Yep.
So how about it? You want to
There's
join us and pick some on?
There's on.
That's right. You just told me that, didn't you? Well, sort of told me that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to re-download them myself and reinstall them.
I did download the game.
Generally speaking, it's pretty easy. You
I've
about
never played
90%
it
of them are
before,
just that easy. You open
I'm
it up
gonna
and you
have to
dump in the
download
file.
mods
You're
and
done.
everything.
And I think the Pixelmon mod is that easy.
You're gonna have to tell me where I get them. And
I don't think we're adding in a
never
bunch of
modded
other ones.
Minecraft,
We might have a couple just to kind of give us something extra to do along the way.
let me correct that. I
Because
have
it does
installed to
eliminate
Feed the Beast,
all
but
other
that one was an
mobs.
easy.
It is strictly all Pokemon running around. But if you defeat them, you get their drops, which
Okay.
is usually the stuff you'd otherwise get. Oh yes, that was the first thing you could do. Catch them, train them, fight them, the whole 9 yards. Breed them.
Okay. Okay.
Nope. Oh no, they're the real deal. While we're
So can you catch them as well?
all of them actually. Uh, Gen.
Okay.
I know some of the
I
other
am
ones.
going
I
to-
played Generation 3
And
well
are
enough, and I know
these
some of those.
Actual, are they
I'm playing X now. I need to
Poke
finish
clones, or
it
are
one
they
day.
actual Pokemon
But
esque things?
yeah, it's a complete Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, and
What
5
generation?
with bits of 6, and I think they're starting on 7.
Okay, well
Yeah.
that'll be interesting because I only know Gen 1.
It really was fun, especially if you take it from a Minecraft perspective. Like, one thing we were doing beforehand is we chose one of the random villages, which had a Poke Center in it, and we customized them to our own personal designs as part of the things we were doing. And before we quit, before we got burned out on it, we were trying to design
Okay.
our own gyms.
That'll be interesting. I'll have some fun with that.
So, I mean, there's fun to be had. And what me and Draco did, we kind of had a couple of teams set aside and ready, like a level 25 team and a level 50 team, and we did little kind of battles every now and then.
Cool.
There should be more than 3. A friend of his, mine, a mutual friend, will likely be joining us.
Nifty.
And I don't know if a friend of mine will be joining us or not. She started working a evening shift. If she is, she might be like on much later and probably not in at the same time. So there's going to be more than just 3 of us running around a server.
Well, with 3 of us, it should be interesting.
And you have random, there are random trainers about of varying levels. Boss, quote-unquote, Pokemon that will give off goodies. Some new custom structures that you'll find locally, like the haunted house, which is pretty cool. It's neat.
Cool.
Before I got burned out, I'd had almost a Gen 1 Pokedex. Just had the legendary birds. I didn't have because it's stupid how you get them. Porygon is also stupid how you get it. So random.
Okay. I'll.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Nice. Yep, that's the saucer-shaped one. So that's four turrets on top then. But the legendary birds, you have to get this orb, and you have to
the
fill it
radio
up
station is
with
the high-end one.
energy you get from battling, and it takes
Yeah.
like 300 something freaking battles to do it.
At least I'm.
And
pretty
then you
sure
have to
from
go
the
find
view
their
I'm getting.
shrine, and those are randomly placed in a infinite world. So there's, yeah, those you have a better chance of going into Wonder Trade and see if you get one. So you can randomly trade Pokemon once an hour. So there's actually quite a bit. I will send you a link to the actual mod page if you want to look it up and read up on it. And gyms have recently been added, so
Fine.
that's the thing. I don't know how well they're spawning in yet, because the last time we played it, it was not fully implemented yet. That would be nice.
Okay. Go. Two. Well, I'd love it
Right.
if our ship would stop drifting sideways eventually.
Yeah, it would be a good idea.
I wish there was a way I could figure
For your
out
viewing
angular
pleasure.
velocity
For later.
in this. Okay, looks like we're just drifting forward now. And
Not that kind of later.
I'm not gonna touch anything until
These
we
aren't
come to a
Pokemorphs,
stop,
man.
because I don't want to just barrel into this thing, pull a dark heresy.
But a lot of the 3D models are gorgeous. Me and Drago started playing it way back when they were really blocky and ugly, and you just had to deal with it.
Oh dear.
But some of the models are absolutely beautiful. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Now I hit one of these things with the uh, battleship coil cannon that
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Mepex created, and I hit the top of one of these stations with that because I found a battle barge, an abandoned ship that I named the battle barge, and yeah, that was interesting. Okay, we can speed back up. No. Okay, I will stop
Yep, they're probably gonna start spawning in
or
uh,
pull off the
drones if
throttle
they
when I
actually
hit
going to
6
do it this time.
kilometers out.
Which actually they do, because one of them chased me that one time. Remember?
Because that should have me. Let's see, we were at a little over 12, and it was less than 9.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, I had a shielded
Right.
up ship on my server, or not server, but my playthrough. That I had drones come at me. It was a small fighter that I'd put shields
Yeah.
on, and I couldn't dodge the drone because it turned sideways right in front of me after I shot the gun off. So I just rammed straight through the center of it where the timer blocks and the programming block are. And my little ship was
Okay.
able to punch straight through that hole in the middle.
Okay, so I need to
Okay.
jump on the other side. That looks
Drifting
like.
to a stop from here.
No, I'm on the right side. I'm right side. I think technically I'm on the left, but I think I
No,
named
I'm
it
not
right.
directly pointed at it. So it's gonna come across our right.
Mm-hmm. Hadn't spawned anything yet. A little disappointing. One of the neat aspects of the, because they had to change a few things
I'm
around because
drifting.
of, what
I
game it's actually being
I
implemented,
think
and
I'm
some of the
using
breeding aspects are kind of neat. You
the
can't
forward
just throw them
brakes
next to
now,
the
along
breeding
with some
block and
side
let them go at it.
brakes.
You actually have to
Side
make their surroundings
thrusters? No, I'm
comfortable.
not.
So if you are trying to breed like two Vulpixes or two fire types or whatever, you actually have to go and find like lava and certain other blocks and stones and stuff like that to make them comfortable surroundings.